Welcome to the Visionary Leaders Podcast. I'm Ariana Harley, one of the founders, and we're thrilled to have you here. Join us every Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific as we explore all things wellness, essential oils, and doTERRA. If you miss an episode, catch up anytime on YouTube, Apple Podcast, or Spotify. Stay connected by signing up for our newsletter and text reminders at www.hellovisionary.life. And today, welcome to our follow-up team call. Today's call is a special follow-up to our MetaPower Mastery Energy Reset class with Dr. Josie, Blue Diamond and naturopathic doctor, and Aisha Harley, Presidential Diamond. We explored the powerful connection between metabolic health and vibrant aging, why it matters and how to support it daily, and how MetaPower can be a game changer for long-term wellness. Today is your time to review the protocol, ask questions, share insights, and get personalized support. We are so glad you are here.
Thank you, Ariana. Wow. Well, hello, everyone. We are here today because we had a big presentation over the MetaPower system and went over all the different pieces in it. And today we love this idea where we have a presentation that goes into a deep dive or depth, and then we get to have a more fluid conversation in the community with people with any questions, and just kind of talking about it as a follow-up. So that's where we are today and here. And I have a for maybe Ariana or Aisha question. So I have some different of the products here, but I just looked back in my office and I have a lot of different things, and look what I found. It is the MetaPower Advantage sample packet. And my question to Ariana and Aisha is this still available? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we can order it in the back office. Y'all, this is amazing. I'm going to take the opportunity. It's like I of course hadn't taken it in, and I open it up and it's a mini class. It has 3 packets so you could trial the Advantage, kind of the flagship product of the whole system. But what I'm loving is it goes through like all of the talking points really good about what's in it here. And over on the side, they go through kind of steps. Like step one is all of the MetaPower, formerly known as Slim and Sassy oil blend, and going over kind of synopsis of the 4 different products that the basically ways you can take it, and then the assist, and then the advantage. Step 1, 2, and 3. It's like a super simple breakdown. And then this is, if you're wondering what our presentation was, here's the cliff notes. Here's the cliff notes of the presentation. So I don't know. I'm loving this. And we should be using it more. And if you're curious and you want to check it out before purchasing a whole box, that is what you can do. So
And I think that lives, Jose, is it still in the business tools? Aisha or Josie? I was just
I
wondering.
don't know. It can, if someone can like look right now and tell us where this lives in the back office, that would be great because what a fantastic tool, honestly. Um, I love
That's
it.
a great tool. So if anybody has any questions, you're welcome to put those in the chat. And or if you have a personal MetaPower testimonial, and you want to either share it in the chat or come on video and share it, we would love to hear that. This is a product that's been out for a couple of years, and I definitely have a few things that I would like to really emphasize about it. There's some things about, and I'll do that while we're waiting for any questions to come in. And I just want to do a quick review. So it's a 3-part system. And I find that a lot of people get a little confused about how to use it. So we have the essential oil blend, which
Here. So it's
comes in
milk.
different forms. It comes in the bottle, it comes in a gel cap, it
Mm-hmm.
comes in a beadlet, and it comes in gum. So we recommend that you try all of the delivery systems, and then you might find that you like one more than another. I know people that love the beetlets and they eat those through the day. Personally, I love the oil directly under my tongue. Some people don't like the taste of oil, so they like to take the gel caps and take them in the morning and keep that simple. But please know that they're just different delivery systems. The thing
Yeah.
about the oil is really the product that got me started with doTERRA. I had such a profound impact in how it affected my metabolic system that it helped actually correct 3 years of insomnia. So if that's not a testimonial, I don't know what is. Beyond that, it also helped clear my brain fog. It helped with my menstrual cramps. It helped start to clear Candida out of my body. And so this oil is a synergistic blend of peppermint, lemon, ginger, cinnamon, and grapefruit, right? I got them all, all the
Yeah.
ingredients. And it's actually a metabolic balancer, and it also has been shown to reduce fat cells size in the body. And it also really helps reduce cravings. And if you've experienced that firsthand, we drop a little note in the chat because when you take it, it literally like rather than looking at the cookie and knowing you don't want to eat it, but you're going to eat it, it will just cease those cravings. So you don't actually crave whatever it is you might be craving, whether it's alcohol or I've had people stop smoking. I've experienced people not wanting as much sugar. And this is something that just really happens on its own. And the key that we share over and over and over is consistency is key. You can take up to 25 drops per day that Dr. Hill has said will also help raise the glutathione in the liver, which is your natural detoxification process. And so by taking this oil every day, you're just giving yourself an energy boost. You're helping detoxify the body, and just supporting your cellular health on a daily basis. You can see how Dr. Josie is taking it. We recommend taking 1 to 3 drops to start with, just a couple times a day, and then you can see how you're feeling and then you can work that up to the full dose. And at this point, I might do it 2 or 3 times per day. I don't necessarily do it the 5 times a day, but I was when I was really struggling. But I also will take it if I wake up and I'm feeling foggy headed or extra tired. If you feel like you have a blood sugar dip, you can take it to help stabilize your blood sugar. I do literally do not leave home without this oil. It is my number one favorite travel oil. Helps with jet lag. It just helps like anytime you're feeling off or funky or foggy headed, having this in your purse and putting it under your tongue is going to give you an instant shift. So I literally cannot stress enough how much I truly love this oil. And I want to talk about the other products and how I use them. But Dr. Josie or Ariana, do you have anything that you want to add in about the oil before we move on to the next product, or does anybody have any questions about it?
I have something I want to add. So I love the oil and I keep that in my purse, but for convenience, I use the soft gels. And what I do is I wake up and it's one of the first things I do in the morning. I just take one soft gel and I drink some water. And I just wanted to say that I love our community. I love learning. And lately, I've been learning a lot about hormones because I'm in perimenopause. And Dr. Josie has also taught us that our liver health is so important for hormonal health. And so I love this for sugar cravings. I love it for helping in all of that way. And I've been taking it for years for that. But I also really love that I'm doing a really little gentle detox every morning by taking this MetaPower. And then if I'm late to breakfast, I don't have a blood sugar dip or crash. And so I just feel like that start of the day of having the blood sugar balancing and then having a nice little gentle detox is awesome.
Yay. Yes, absolutely. Is anybody on the call want to share anything about how they like to use the oil? Some people like to add it to their water bottle. It's not personally my favorite oil to add to water, but that is another way that you can take it. And again, however you like it most. Some people like to chew the gum. So that's what's great is you can find the delivery method that jives with you and then just stick to that delivery method. Okay. Anything else about the oil that you want to share? I would love to talk about the advantage. Um, so the advantage, and I'm going to have Dr. Josie chime in a little bit, but I find as much as we talk about this, a lot of people still are missing some of the key points, and I really want to hit that home because this is so much more than just a collagen. It is
Yes.
collagen with the precursors of NM and NADH, which is a precursor for NAD plus. And I want to go a little bit more into that. And it's also the collagen. So first of all, let's talk about the collagen for a moment because most collagens on the market are one or two types of collagen, usually coming from bovine collagen. Now, one of the things you really have to watch for is if that collagen is not tested, it could likely have glucosidase in it, which is the bad Monsanto chemical that we do not want in our body. It also is not as bioavailable. And as we know from our supplementation and the things that we can take all these things, but if your body is not absorbing it, it's really not doing you any good. So the doTERRA, and then the other thing I want to say about collagen is that as we age, our collagen decreases. So it's something that we want to supplement in, especially as we're getting into these, middle to later years. It's going to really help with our tissue, with our skin, um, just with our organ health, with so many things. So our collagen has 9 unique collagen types. It's coming from marine collagen and there's 70% tripeptides, which is making our collagen 12 times more absorbable. So just let that sink in for a moment. And the collagen types are going to, again, they're going to of course, a lot of people take collagen for beauty. I saw a big difference in my face from taking the collagen. It's going to help protect your bones and your cartilage. It's going to help the epidermis. It's going to help, again, the stabilizing the structure of type 1 and type 2 collagen, your muscle function and your cell membranes, um, and your cartilage growth. It's also going to support your brain and also your cell growth and differentiation. So this is really key about the collagen. And then I'm not even going to go into maybe Dr. Josie can kind of hit on some of the other ingredients in it, but I really want to talk about NAD plus for a moment because I find a lot of people are still like this is not fully setting in, and I really want to hit this one home. NAD plus is a molecule, and Dr. Josie, you can chime in at any time, um, is a molecule in our cells, which I think of it as the energy of the cell. Without it, we would die. Like it is absolutely essential. Like collagen, as we age, NAD plus decreases. It starts to slow us down. It makes, the cells have to work harder. It's like the car is getting tired, right? So you get that analogy. So we can go to a health spa and spend literally thousands of dollars to get NAD. This is becoming very popular in the anti-aging market. getting an NAD plus drip, which while you get the drip, you actually feel sick. It makes you feel like you have the flu. It's a very large molecule. It's hard for your body to actually absorb it. And it's something you have to do ongoing because when you stop doing it, it actually decreases back down to your normal levels. So, what we have in this product is a precursor to help your body make its own NAD plus. Over time, is you take this product, there's a lot of studies. We actually did a call on this a couple of falls ago, and maybe we'll revisit it. But what begins to happen to your organ health, your muscle tissue, your cardiovascular health when you take it over a sustained period of time? If you take it once in a while, you're not going to get the benefits. I have people that were like, well, I took it for a couple days and nothing really happened. That's not how this product works. You need to take it ongoing because if you stop taking it, it's actually going to decline back to the normal level. So this is really a product you want to commit to. And if you take it consistently, you're going to have those NAD plus levels rise, and that's literally going to start an anti-aging process in the body. As we talked about on the class that Dr. Josie and I did, there's a difference between your biological age and your lifespan and your health span, right? So I'm 55, right? But my biological age is about the same. I might be a year or two younger the last time I had it tested with where I'm at. But some people could be, say, you're 55, you could have the biological age of a 65-year-old person, or you could have the biological age of a 50-year-old person. So your biological age does not have to be the same as your birth age. And this is a product that can help reverse that. And the thing that's really important to understand about aging, and I think what's really exciting about all the technology and information that's coming into the forefront is we don't have to just write things off to, oh, well, I'm just getting old, so that's normal. Getting dementia, getting Alzheimer's, getting diabetes, slowing down, not being able to walk, these are not normal things. And that's not how you have to age. And the things that you do now so dramatically impact how we age into the future. In fact, I want to do a real review, and then Josie, I'll pass it over to you if you want to add anything, because we read this slide in the presentation, and I want to read it to you again here because I think it's so impactful. This was posted on Dr. Hyman's site, and it is a quote from Dr. Bob Racco. The heart attack at 50. I actually have a couple friends that are our age that have recently had heart attacks, which is really scary. That started when you were 20. That buildup of that started when you were 20 years old. The Alzheimer's at 70 starts when you're around 40, right? So what, I know many of us on this call are older than that. The loss of independence at 80 begins when you are 30. And I think the key thing here is when you're in your 20s and your 30s, usually you're really taking this stuff for granted because you're not really feeling any of it yet, right? So it's easy to be like, oh, I don't really need to do any of that. So the aging that you want tomorrow really, truly begins with the choices you make today. And that's why we're continually talking about the importance of the foundational wellness, the supplements, the getting the cellular health, using these products because this truly is one of the most important investments you can make in your healthcare. Because what you don't invest in today, I promise you, you are going to be paying for it later. So I just want to see if there's any questions and if that's clear, like how like what a big deal this product is because most collagens are not going to give you, usually you have to take a collagen, and now there are products on the market to boost those NAD levels. but you're going to have to take multiple products, and we get them all in one product. Dr. Josie, is there anything else? I know I didn't really talk about all the other ingredients in those products, which there's a lot of.
Yeah. I no, you thank you, Aisha. That's like I love how you talk about it in the synopsis. It's fantastic. Right. So we're getting a very, very bioavailable source of collagen, and we're getting 9 different types. And literally on the market, most everything I see is 2 or 3 types, and they're usually about, the skin. So to be supporting also your tendons and ligaments and joints, and but also your organs, all of the different collagens that are part of everything within us as well. And then we have, you're right, that 2-in-1 idea of like amazing collagen with these precursors to this NAD thing, which is basically you can just think about it as energy. It's our cellular energy, and how is that you know mill or printing press of people talk about the mitochondria and it's like ATP is the money, it's the right, it's the energy of your cells. Well, if you use that analogy, NAD is the printing press, printing the money that's the energy, which is the form of energy for all of our cellular functions. And so we have those two, and there's 2 of them, y'all, precursors. There's not just NMN. Everything I see on the market is only NMN or what is it, NR. And they're just 2 different forms of that main precursor. But there's a third one called NADH, or NADH5, and that's in here too. So we have the two coming from kind of the 2 separate pathways that lead into our body making more NAD, and then synergistic high-level antioxidant ingredients supporting those pathways. So you can be sure that that actual conversion is going to happen. Things like resveratrol, which is a really high-level expensive antioxidant, liposomal vitamin C, and then for helping with the skin, in addition to the liposomal vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, these photoceramides. They're very specific ingredients for our skin. And then things like rose apple extract and sea buckthorn. Really, really great ingredients. It's a powerhouse, this. And I like people to do the math because sometimes I've had people say, well, it's only 3 mg of collagen peptide. I get this other one that I'm not going to say, but it's really popular. You can buy it at Costco and all over on like all the grocery stores now. And it was the first collagen supplement I worked like probably 15 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, worked with as well. But y'all, that stuff has, I think, 2 different forms of collagen. It's beef, you can get beef or marine, and it's somewhere like 15 or 20 milligrams. It is not very bioavailable. So I want you to take, let's even say not 12. Let's say somehow that's the high end. Let's just say 10. If you take 10 times 3 mg, what is that? That's 30. So this is more like the equivalent of taking 30 milligrams of collagen in terms of what is actually reaching and activating your tissues. So, uh, let's talk about practical stuff. Like it's super simple to take. I love the shaker bottle that doTERRA is giving everybody when they trial a first time the foundational wellness package of the VMG and the omega oils. You get this great shaker bottle, and I use that for my um advantage. And also sometimes I do it separately because I just want to be taking in more liquid fluid. So I'll just, put this in my shaker bottle, shake it up and drink it. And you do want to shake this. You want to either stir it or vigorously shake it. That NADH5 thing, that's one of the precursors for the NAD, that molecule really needs some vigorous shaking to kind of open it up. It's the thing that might be, you might see a little dark green, or sometimes people say black specks in there. That's actually chlorophyll surrounding that NADH. And you need to be kind of vigorously stirring or shaking it. Okay. And so that's what that is. It's not any, it's good stuff. You want to, if it's like around in the things, yeah, I usually get my finger and I'll be like, yeah. Um, I take it with not that, sometimes I take it with not that much water, so about like 2 to 3 ounces in my shaker bottle and just drink it down. Other times I add it with my VMG and I do it together and I do some good shaking and then I drink them. So it's really, up to you. I don't recommend, this is not a product. Again, it's not a product you want to do in hot water or with hot coffee. If you're adding your collagen to your coffee, that's one hint that it's not a very high quality collagen. So I wouldn't be doing that. Um, and so it's really separate or with the VMG or with a cold, a simple thing that you can really shake and drink pretty quickly. You want to drink it within 15 minutes. You don't want it to kind of be like sitting for a couple hours. Any other tips from anyone?
Yeah.
Well, oh, go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, I am a person that just likes to get it done. And so I have been mixing the VMG, which is our vitamin pack, with that. And I like to put an ice cube. I use that little bottle doTERRA sent us, shake it up, put a little ice cube, and just slam it down. And I'll tell you, you guys, I have one of my spiritual lessons is consistency. I'm good
Mhm.
at a lot of things. Consistency is not my strong suit. But I have been on a challenge and I have been very consistent with doing those things every morning. And it really makes such a huge difference. And I just have in my doTERRA journey marveled time and time again. And sometimes I like the contrast. I have to go to like not doing something to realize how much it's helping me. And so I've just been amazed when I don't take the MetaPower advantage and when I do, and my energy levels in particular. I'm recovering from some fatigue. So um, I really recommend that if you're looking for more energy in your life. It's been really, really helpful.
Linda's asking, is the bottle glass or plastic? It is glass, which we're very happy about.
I'll go get it to show you.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. The other thing too about the product is that if you work out a lot or you're very active, or I'll do this when I'm traveling, I love this product for jet lag, actually. It is amazing when you're traveling to help reset your system. And so I will take two a day. I'll take one first thing in the morning and I'll take one in the afternoon. So if you're doing something really strenuous, you need a little extra boost, support, you can take two a day. You can also take it in the morning. However, it is recommended for, would you say, Dr. Josie, like 50 and older to take it in the evening? It can actually also help you with sleep. So you
Yeah.
can experiment with kind of where it feels best, but you can take it morning, noon, or night, really. You can just kind of decide what feels best for you. But there is a study that was done in Japan about helping supporting the sleep cycle.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else about the assist because or advantage? I'd also like to talk about the assist, right? So, um, again, we have the oil and the different products. Then we just talked about the advantage, and then we're going to talk about the assist. And it is a little confusing because MetaPower is large. I wish they would redo the design of it on all of the products, and it can get a little confusing between the advantage, the assist, and the oils. So that's why we want to really break that down.
And I just wanted to interrupt you for just a moment. I apologize. We just got back from the beach and I don't know where my sweetheart put my bottle. But he stuck
Okay.
it somewhere weird, so I can't find it.
Yeah, it's a super cute little glass bottle that you get. We and it has a little shaker in it. It's really nice. Dr. Josie, do you want to talk about the products that are in the assist, the importance of the Berberine and the Mulberry, and why that's important, or do you want me to talk about that?
Yeah, I can talk about it. So there's really four main ingredients. There, the main is mulberry extract, and there is berberine. And then there is also cinnamon bark powder, extra cinnamon, and then there is the MetaPower oil blend. And the largest ingredient, the mulberry and the berberine, really work together in a similar synergistic fashion. And they work to help us with our blood sugar spikes. So the idea is as we are aging, blood sugar, we eat something that has carbohydrates or sugars in it, and we have a normal resting layer level of our blood sugar, and then you eat and it'll spike up. And depending on how much more kind of carbohydrates and sugars are in, it'll go into a big spike and then crash back down. And so the idea is we want to have as close to a even line of our levels of our blood sugar. We don't want these big things to happen. We want to be eating things like proteins and good fats and just a little bit of carbohydrates that are well-rounded. So we're having these little hills, we're having little, we can have a little dip, we can have a little hill, but we're close to a more even kill line. And so what these two ingredients, and together with cinnamon, cinnamon is one of Chinese medicine, and mulberry is in Chinese medicine's, oldest, greatest herbs for assisting with this is to help dampen that spike. And so it's doing that by slowing our digestion so that when you're eating these things, you're slowing down. It's not the digestion, but it's slowing down as it breaks down your body's absorption of these sugars into the bloodstream so that they're coming at a more even pace so that you can kind of have your spike be like this and not like this. So what we want to do is take these are just like an extra support in your support bag of there's a lot of little tips and tricks that we've talked about for supporting your blood sugar. And I love to use the MetaPower oil blend or gel cap as well. And a lot of times before a meal, I will take a gel cap and an assist together. I like doing that. You don't have to, but that's one of the things I do. And these all are working. And the oil caps you can take for different reasons and different parts, just like the oil throughout the day. So we could go over that. Like, in what ways are all the different ways people take the MetaPower oil blend and everything? And let's go over, that's a good way for people to kind of get an idea of how everyone uses it. But in terms of the assist, this is a particular support for meals. This is, I keep it in my purse for when I go out. I have one on the top of my stove in the kitchen for when I'm at home. And the idea is you want to take it around 10 minutes before a meal. That's ideal. If you forget and it's the middle of the meal, still take it, or right before the meal, or half an hour before the meal. But the ideal is about 10 minutes before the meal. And that is really just going to support your body to slow down as it's digesting and breaking down your food, slow down how those blood glucose molecules are getting released into the bloodstream.
Okay, my big take home from all that Dr. Josie just shared with us is I want you to hear this one thing. Every time we spike our blood sugar, we're creating oxidative stress, which equals aging. Okay, so just take that in. So, by using the essential oil, by using the advantage, by using the assist, you are keeping your blood sugar levels stable. Now, another thing I want to bring awareness to is Alzheimer's disease. They are calling Alzheimer's disease type 3 diabetes. And there's a lot of research now really showing the relation to blood sugar dysregulation over a long period of time. So now is the time to really stabilize those blood sugar levels, not to mention the major metabolic health crisis that we have going on, really, not just in America, but also in the European countries, and how this is kind of, then creating and leading to all these other diseases. So these are really simple things you can do on a daily basis that can make all the difference. So if you're going out to dinner and you're going to have that big plate of pasta, which I love pasta, um, you keep that in your purse and you have it. Or, if you're going out for some gelato, have your, it's simple. It's not necessarily an excuse to eat poorly all the time, but it's just going to help keep those blood sugar levels stable. And inconsistent blood sugar levels can lead to anxiety, depression, mood dysregulation. So keeping your blood sugar stable is really key for your health overall. So I just really want that to sink in because it's so easy for us to say, oh, take this and take that and take this. But I think that if you really understand why you're taking it, then I know for me, it keeps me more committed to taking it. And then I also notice how, of course, it makes me feel. So, any questions about that product? Okay. Well, is there anybody else that would like to share? Or there were really not so many questions today. I know many of you are already using these products. I hope this was helpful in just kind of breaking some of these things down and just having a little more of a conversation about it. Um, there's a couple things I want to announce to all of you. So, we've been doing this really wonderful foundational wellness class, and we're going to do the class next Monday. We're going to teach the baseline class about our VMG plus and our omegas and the probiotic and the importance of taking these products as your baseline. This is a really good class to invite somebody new to, or if you haven't yet transitioned to the VMG or you're still learning about it. Dr. Josie does an amazing deep dive into this product. Josie, is there anything more you want to say about this class? And so we're going to give this overview of these products next
Yeah, I
week.
wouldn't say it's a deep dive. So this is kind of the overview of the foundational wellness products plus the MetaPower, kind of the flagship wellness products with doTERRA in a half an hour class.
Yeah, we keep it short and concise. So we're going to be doing that next week. And then please save July 9th because Claudine Annis is on our team. She's going to do another larger event. It's called Beyond the Ache, Whole Body Wellness for Pain and Inflammation. She is going to share her personal testimonial about how she used the doTERRA products for some serious health issues she was navigating, and then how to address pain and inflammation with the doTERRA products. So we're excited about that webinar that's coming up. That will be on Wednesday, July 9th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So that's not going to be part of the regular Monday call. But then in July, we will do some deeper dives into how to address pain and inflammation and different products to use for pain and inflammation, which is sadly, I know, something that many of us are navigating at the moment. Any other announcements or anything else anyone would like to add before we wrap up? I think we're done a little early today, which is great. Okay, all good. Well, have a wonderful week, everyone, and we look forward to seeing you next Monday. Bye bye.